Hello guys, today we're gonna talk about top 5 mistakes in CVs of junior software developers which actually ruin their chances during pre-screening process. And mistake number 1. Don't make your CV too big. To my experience, the ideal size of the CV is 1.5 pages. I understand the desire to put a little bit more fluff and a little bit more text in the CV because in this case it looks more significant. Believe me, for people who conduct interviews and who are making pre-screening on the regular basis, they immediately spot this fluff. And now I just will quickly explain what is pre-screening process. This is the initial stage when somebody from HR department or from software development department needs to go through all those applications, which can be hundreds, and they need to choose 10 or 20 people whom they want to invite to the interview. And you may understand that currently on this stage, CV is the main thing which represents you. And another thing, that during the stage each CV gets something like only 10 seconds of the attention. So during these 10 seconds you have to say the right things to the person. And this thing should be, I'm the best candidate for this particular position. And now mistake number 2, not following the conventional rules of the CVs. You just remember your most recent experience with the most details. Desirably, those details should be related to the position you are applying for. It should be on the top of your CV, and the most distant in time experience or what you did should be on the bottom with the less details. Because for the person who is screening your CV, the most important thing what you did in the recent time. This is most important thing. And another thing, don't use any fancy graphics, fancy templates with a lot of pictures or something like that. In this stage, your CV should be like maximum structure and less fancy things. Because neglecting those conventional rules actually makes your CV for the person who screens it look like this.
What?
And after that, what you expect? And now mistake number 3, too general CV. You won't believe it, but this mistake is committed by almost 90% of people, because of course I understand it requires additional efforts. And this is totally okay to adjust every CV that you send to the position you are applying for. First of all, the person who screens it immediately sees that, okay, he read the description and he adjusted his CV. This is already a huge plus to you. For example, when I was looking for my first software development position 9 years ago, I had something like 15 versions of my CV, and each of them described the most the technology I was applying for. And now mistake number 4. I would not say this is a critical mistake, but don't put your photo in CV. Nobody cares how you look like until you are a photo model. Another thing, nobody cares about your hobbies, how much kids you have, and so on. On this stage, the employer is interested in only one thing about you. If you can bring profit immediately, or you have a potential to bring profit in the future. And now mistake number 5. Don't put those inspirational summaries on the top of your CV. You know, when people like to put something like, I have a strong analytics skills, I am very attentive to the details, I am friendly and very polite. First of all, nobody reads them, and this message simply occupies the very important space in your CV. And another thing, nobody believes in it. What I can recommend you, you can put there some important information about you. For example, if you are very skilled in some technology or in some approach that you are really consider yourself to have something exceptional about it. But be ready that this thing can be checked during the interviewing process. So if you are mentioning something there that cannot be checked during interviews, don't put it at all. Everything that you put in your CV can be used against you. So be very attentive with that. So if you want to know more tricks about interviews and how to land more interviews invitations as junior software developer, stay on my channel, because here I'm sharing my own experience. And now I think this is a very good time to see one of my other videos.